Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets are seeing opening mixed on Friday, helped by signs of economic recovery in Asia, but with weak French growth data and rising global COVID cases still weighing. DAX this morning traded 1.6% lower. FTSE contract in the UK rose 0.1%, CAC fell 0.2%. Earlier today, China's official purchasing managers' data showed that factory activity grew in the second largest economy in the world in July for a fifth straight month, and at a faster pace, while Japan's industrial output snapped 4 months of decline in June. This provides welcome relief after second quarter GDP data for both Germany and the US showed horrific drops in growth on Thursday, caused by the lockdowns imposed to tackle the coronavirus pandemic. French GDP followed the theme on Friday, dropping by 13.8% in the second quarter, preparing the path for the official EU release later in the session. The markets are now focusing on indicators that can give a flavor of the strength of the recovery now that all countries have come out of lockdown. That said, the COVID-19 pandemic shows few signs of slowing down, with global cases approaching 17.3 million, according to Johns Hopkins data, and deaths well over 670,000. A number of countries around the world, including some in Europe, have seen rising numbers of new coronavirus infections, suggesting the lifting of lockdown measures has bred a second wave. The earnings season continued at a pace in Europe on Friday. BNP Paribas set aside 1.45 billion euros in the second quarter to cover credit losses, but the French bank's net profit fell just 6.8% to 2.3 billion euros. Swiss Re posted a net loss of $1.14 billion hit by coronavirus-related claims, but the Swiss reinsurer expressed confidence about the rest of 2020. EssilorLuxottica reported a loss of 412 million euros, and the Franco-Italian eyewear manufacturer was unable to provide guidance for the rest of the year. Oil prices edged higher, recovering from 3-week lows hit on Thursday in reaction to the US GDP and jobless claims numbers. The OPEC will soon become the focus after the group decided earlier this month to dial back production cuts, a move that will see an increase in production of about 2 million barrels a day starting in August. Crude futures traded 0.6% higher at $40.15 a barrel. Brent rose 0.6% to $43.51 per barrel. Gold futures rose 1.4% to $1,969.3 per ounce, set for the biggest monthly gain in more than 4 years. On the FX front, GBP USD rises to 131.30, up 0.26% on the day, and is on course for the 5-year resistance line at 131.75. According to Carol Jones from Commerzbank, GBP USD has maintained upside pressure and is poised to reach the 131.75, the 2015 to 2020 downtrend. The 132.01 March 2020 high lies just above here, and we would allow for this to hold the initial test. The reason why the pound is so strong despite the UK government's announcement concerning lockdown and Brexit negative news is that the US dollar's broad weakness. Given the absence of major British data events, traders will have to follow risk catalysts and the second-tier statistics from the US for fresh impetus. Eurodollar is trading at 118.92 at press time, having put in a 25-month high of 119.05 earlier on the day. The dollar index was down 0.4% at 92.648. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.